Every time somebody asks me about a divorce case, I feel very sorry. You know why? Because we have been warned repeatedly by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that Satan is sitting on his throne, and by the end of every day, his hosts, his soldiers would come to report to him. Somebody says, I kept after so and so until he drank wine. So he's proud of making a believer drink wine. So Satan, the big Satan, will say to him, well, soon he may repent. And another person will say, well, I persuaded such and such until I made him commit zina. Again, he would have the same remark, he may repent. And so on, until one of them would say, well, I kept whispering to such and such and until I made him divorce his wife. So Satan will say to him, you're my son, you're my beloved one, come nearer. And he would put the crown on his head. He would applaud, he would reward for such deed, for separating a man from his wife. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us a concession. 1 time divorce, 2 times divorce, in order to think about it. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave us the talaq according to the sunnah. And he forbade one of his companions who divorced his wife while she was in the menses. He said, this is an innovation, this is haram. Why? This is divorce. It's breaking the whole family, especially when there are children involved. When Allah entrusts the man with the power of giving divorce, he should be up to that responsibility. He should wisen up. And when the Prophet ﷺ said, لا طلاق في إغلاق, لا طلاق في إغلاق, إغلاق when the person's mind becomes absent. So he loses it. He says, you're divorced, and he doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't even recognize the woman who's in front of him, whether she was his mother, his sister, his wife, or anybody else. Ighlaq, his mind is locked down. He doesn't know what he's saying. But the regular anger, normally people divorce their wives whenever they're angry, not while they're having a cup of tea or celebrating their... no, he's angry or she's angry, and a shaitan fuels this anger, so he divorces his wife. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, الطلاق مرتان فإمساك بمعروف أو تسريح بإحسان. Then فإن طلقها فلا تحل له من بعد حتى تنكح زوجا غيره. Just think about it. If you ever dare to say the third divorce to your wife, she will be permanently haram for you. You will not even be able to take her back even with a new marriage contract. Not unless she marries to somebody else and she sleeps with somebody else. Can you imagine that? Just keep this in mind. Before trying to show that you're a man and you get angry on a woman, imagine the consequences of that. You say, I just want to take her back for my kids. Okay, this woman has to marry somebody else. Complete marriage. Not with the intention of making it lawful for you to reconcile. No. And if this marriage, and they consummate the marriage and everything, and if this marriage works, fine. If it doesn't, then if she's divorced and the iddah is over, you may propose to her and start over. Who would accept that? Who would like that? That's a torture. It's a very painful thing to imagine that your wife have to be with somebody else in order to be lawful to you. You made it. You punished yourself. And that's why when Allah gave us the concession of the 2 divorces, then the third is eternal, Umar ibn Khattab said people rushed. So they should be punished according to their sin, because it's a sin to give divorce, 3 divorces in the same sitting. That's a sin. To divorce your wife during the period, it's a sin, and so on. Al-Jumhur, the vast majority of the fuqaha, are of the view that whenever a person says to his wife, you're divorced 3 times, then that's it. That's irrevocable divorce. Khalas, it's over. Ibn al-Qayyim and his teacher Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, whom many people think that is very extremist, actually adopts the view that no, it only counts as one divorce if he uttered the 3 divorced in one. But according to his statement, I need your husband to give me a call. It would be better if it is both of you to say exactly what did he say. Forget about the anger thing. This is an excuse which no one can judge because I haven't been there. You have been there. You can tell how angry was he. But if he says, I want to divorce you, okay, I want to divorce you, but that's not a divorce. Okay? Whenever he says, you're divorced or I divorced you, that is the effective divorce. Barakallah feekum. Think about it, brothers and sisters, before getting there. Think about it, please. And let's learn the easy way instead of having to go through the hard way.